All right, so we had oh my gosh, it smells so bad. We had another mouse problem, and we noticed it because it started to stink so bad. It smells like death. If I look bad, it's because I've been dry heaving, gagging, and it takes a lot for me to do that. But we could smell it again. And it was just triggering back those memories of last time we had mice in the wall that had died. And so I thought, it's impossible. I was going on a walk, and the Lord said, nope, go back. So went back. I was prepared, right? Had gloves, had the vacuum, had all these things. I thought I was prepared. And because I said, if I'm going to open this up and I'm going to find something, I'm going to get rid of it so fast so I don't have to smell like any of it. So what happens, I open up the panel, and there's a mouse, there's a live mouse, and there's a dead mouse on the other side. And I real quick took the shop vac and tried to get right up in the hole to suck up the other mouse. And it just wasn't happening. Nothing was happening. Stuff was kind of blowing everywhere. I go, what in the world? I go to the other mouse, this dead guy. Oh, it's just smells so bad. And so I'm trying to suck it up, and dust and stuff is blowing everywhere. I couldn't believe it. The vacuum hose was connected to the wrong side of the shop vac. So I'm blowing dust and whatever other garbage they had in their nest all over my face and everything else. And I had a mask on and had all these things. And anyways, I was able to figure out, stopped it, got the hose turned around and sucked up everything. And I thought, okay, two things. One is know which way the wind is blowing. So the Lord told me to go back, but I wasn't paying attention, and literally I had things hooked up the opposite way of what God had. Well, if I was listening and it had just slowed down, it was the opposite of what it needed to be. And so I just thought, man, when we have to hear the Lord's voice, we've got to hear clearly. We need to take some time. He's going to empower us. He's promised you with. The second thing was this. It made me think of Luke 11, when Jesus talks about when an evil spirit leaves a person. He says, when an evil spirit leaves a person, it travels around waterless places, seeking for a place to rest, and finding none, it says to itself, oh my gosh, it says, I'm going to go back where I came from. And finding the house swept and in order, it goes and brings back 7 other evil spirits, worse than itself, and the last state of the person is worse than the first. And this is the point. When we deal with issues in our life, Jesus was talking about an evil spirit there, which were very much a reality in his day, and we're given no indication that they're not a reality in our day. We need to be mindful of that. But when we've dealt with something in our life, we love to think, oh man, we've got victory over that. And you do, and think, well, that's not going to be an issue in my life again. And that's just naivety. You know, the things that have burned me the worst in my life is when I've thought, man, I've got it conquered. And I move on and I give no thought to what may happen again. And the reality is that sin it's this restless evil. James says it's this deadly poison inside of us. It doesn't go away. As long as we're in this body, Paul calls this body a body of death. And what we have to do, rather than think that we have victory and we can ignore things, and we can get tremendous victory and change in our life, what we have to know is where we're weak. Where should we be inspecting on a regular basis where things might pop up again? Because if we're not mindful and daily wrestling those creatures to the floor, the sin inside of us that is full of rebellion, we run the risk of being surprised in the future, and that surprise can be quite ugly. So just an encouragement to you to look in the areas of your life where you've had victory. Pray that God will keep those spaces clean and not just unoccupied, but occupied with his spirit, because when they're full of the right stuff, there's no room for the wrong stuff. Hope this blesses you. Have a great day.